are you doing? Psst, cat, over here. Yeah, look at you. You're so good. Okay, and we are off. At least I hope. Today is day 370 of this needlessly long journey of trying to learn to code. Day 369 was like 2 weeks ago, with almost like an entire year gap from the previous streams. There were a couple oddball streams throughout all of 2018, but now we're trying to get back in the habit of streaming more consistently, venturing down our whatever path this is, learning to become a developer, something. I don't know where this journey leads to, but that's good. Their Twitch app says we're live, so that's slightly comforting. Day 369, which was like two weeks ago, we went through kind of recapping what we were hoping for, moving on, and that brings us here yet again, back to Codecademy. Tiny cat, are you looking? You're looking to get into the napping position, or no? You're good. Okay. You're just wandering. Your tail is... It's everywhere, cat. It's everywhere. Something about Codecademy. Right. They've updated a lot of their courses. They've added more courses. There's that handy 20% off for the new stuff, going into anyone who's looking to dive into the coding... magical world of coding. What are we looking for? I'm not... yes. Courses, right? Course catalog. I remember. What are you eating, you furry? She found a napkin. She found a napkin and she's attacking it. So, at least she's being useful. We are very scatterbrained right now. Something about... Aha! Yes. Dear God, welcome to Codecademy. It's even before an intro to HTML. Anyways, they've updated stuff. That's cool. They've got Python 2 and updated Python 3 stuff. We've got the 100% for that. We're going to be running through all of this stuff. I'm not sure about the pro courses. I do think we're going to end up forking over the cash to do them anyways. I'm just reflecting on how much progress I'd made throughout 2017, and then how much I haven't coded at all through 2018. There's been a lot of forgetting and rust that has formed. So that's what this is. Hopefully, shaking off that rust and getting back into the swing of things. Hopefully it leads somewhere. We already have all of our side projects that Topher had set up. Hopefully, now that we have an idea of what side projects could look like, I've been making a list of things that I'd like to do. Bigger projects, smaller projects. We'll get into those later. This is just to help rekindle, rewind, and get the momentum going again. We had briefly talked about in the last stream motivation versus... I don't even remember what it was, but I know I used the wrong word, and the phrase that I was looking for was motivation versus discipline. Yeah, can't even remember what other word we used that wasn't discipline in the last stream. Yeah, but motivation is what got us through all of 2017. Now that we have gone through all of the motivation, we need to work on discipline. So, that's where we're coming from. Hopefully we get there. With that said, back to square one. Welcome to Codecademy. Yeah, that's right. From the beginning. And with that said, something about something. I'm still getting familiar with all of their new site layout stuff. They still have some of their old site in certain areas, like when you look at the profile. This is one thing. Basically everything else I think they've updated. The look of it. I'm not sure why. I mean, I think the profile page is perfectly adequate, maybe even great. It does look like they maybe changed some of the functionality, but they kept the look of it. Anywho, so this is everything that we conquered through 2017 in like the first, I don't know, 4.5 months. Then we went on to Code Wars and then Free Code Camp, did a bunch of stuff there. And then the last 3.5 months was working on those side projects that Topher had set up for us. So I'm hopeful, kind of doing a shotgun round of all the Codecademy courses now that we know what we're up against. We'll be able to fly through them much, much quicker. Before I was clinging to every single word and instruction through all the courses, mulling them over, coming to terms with everything. But now that we know what's up, I'm hopeful these courses will be a bit more brisk as we can kind of fly through them. So no time like the present to dive into this. That's the last thing as we embark on Welcome to Codecademy. That is a lot of people who have joined. 743,388 people who have taken this course. Kind of cool. I guess this is this one exact course specifically. I'm kind of curious as to how many people have taken the Introduction to HTML, because this has been on here for a while now. They have updated it over the years. I'm hopeful a lot of there were some courses that were not quite polished. One that I remember was the Learn Ruby on Rails course. Hopefully they've updated that. It was either Ruby on Rails, Learn Ruby on Rails, or Ruby on Rails Authentication. Something or it could have been Learn Ruby. One of the handful of Ruby courses was extra quirky, if I recall. Hopefully those have been smoothed out. They've added a lot of pro courses. Now, regarding the pro courses, I think they've taken a lot of segments, like chapters from the old courses, like JavaScript. I think they've broken down. So here they have building an interactive JavaScript website. Some of these are also very similar to the intensive programs they offer, which are a bit more involved. You work with the Codecademy like support people. They try to keep you to a schedule. You can see this first one, build a website from scratch, is 10 weeks and then 8 weeks and blah, blah, blah. So a lot of the content in those is very similar to the content here, whether it's free or the pro courses. But some of these pro ones, I think they broke down the free courses, the chapters they had, and kind of built up each chapter into its own course. I'm hopeful they're a bit deeper dive than what they used to be. But we will find out. So, back into the Welcome to Codecademy. Are you new to coding? This is the perfect place to start learning. I'm going to assume it's also a great place to relight that fire if it's been a while, which is where we fall in. Have you heard that coding is an exciting skill to learn but aren't sure where to start or how to keep going? Personal issues, whatever. This course is perfect place to start. If you're brand new to coding, you get a comfortable using our interactive coding platform, blah, blah, blah. Write your first few lines of code along the way. Blankety, blankety, blank. Animate your name. That's vaguely familiar, as I was just thinking myself. I don't know if anyone recalls the early days of Codecademy. I think I've talked about it before. but their login process to create an account, when you go to create your, you don't even realize that you're creating a profile, or you didn't. Before it was this sandbox. You'd go to codecademy.com, and this was probably, I don't know, at least 7, almost 8 years ago. This was when the site was still kind of forming. It had only been around for like maybe a year or two at that point, I think. Possibly 3. But it was early on. And it looked just like their normal workspace, where you've got the instructions on one side, and then the in the browser, the code editor in there, and it was just these little activities. It would be, you can make an alert, or if you type in alert, it'll make a window pop up on your computer. It was little things like that. You'd type in cat and alert, and it'd throw up a window that says cat on your computer. It was fantastic. Just a little thing to kind of ignite that spark, that interest. Anyway, so the clever part was, as you go on to use this little activity window on their homepage, they'd ask you, what's your name, and then do .length, and it'd tell you the characters, or the number of characters in your name. So that grabbed your first name, right? And then they'd do the same thing for your last name .length, and then you'd enter that. So it was all the things you needed to create a user profile, and it kept changing. They'd have subtracting the lengths from each other and showing that, computer's just a really big calculator. Anyways, at the end of that whole activity thing on their homepage, all you needed to do was, click the submit button, because it had auto-filled out, basically, the form with all your needed login info and profile info. And it was so cool, because at that point, if you were that interested in hanging around for the, 8 minutes it took to fill out, you might as well keep going. And it was great. So hopefully this will be somewhat similar to that. That's what the animating your name reminded me of. I think they had something like that, part of that little activity window. Anywho, continuing on, do we need to look at the syllabus now? Welcome to Codecademy, interactive lesson, blah, 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 overview. Codecademy courses have been taken by employees at Google, Facebook, NASA, IBM, Dropbox, Quora. Know from first-hand experience that you can go in knowing nothing, and just get a grasp on everything as you go and start building right away. Very true. I did it. We're doing it again. I can't believe we're doing it again. Forgetting sucks. Who codes every single day for a year and then doesn't code at all for an entire year? So frustrating. So frustrating. Alright, view details. What do we have? Welcome to Codecademy. Lesson 1 of 1. Are you ready to start coding? Codecademy is all about learning by doing and by coding. In this lesson, we'll take you through the basics of how to use Codecademy and show you some of the power, write some code. Code editor panel is written in a programming language known as JavaScript. That detail isn't too important right now. Time to start, blah, blah, blah. Changing variables. Again, we're not clinging to every single word they have here, because we do know a vast majority of this. It's just been about an entire year that we've had to use any of this stuff. I feel like I'm dragging this bag of knowledge behind me. I can feel the weight of the bag. All the tools and tips are in there. They've all been jumbled around over the last years. I've just dragged it around and not used it. So I've got this giant bag full of knowledge, and all the pieces are all jumbled, and I don't know where to find anything in my handy toolkit or satchel of tips and tricks regarding all this code stuff. And now we're resorting through all of that. That's what's happening now. Just to put it in context, crazy person's choice. Alright. What else are we looking for? I think that's it. So, 1, welcome. 2, write some code. 3, change variable. 4, changing colors. 5, multiple colors. Change physics. And onwards. Hell yeah. Let's do this. Start it. B-D-D-D-D-D. Don't mind me responding to other humans. B-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D-D. Okay. From the toe, that is cool. Look at that. Ready to code? You move your mouse over it and it moves? Yeah, be impressed. Or we're just, easily entertained, which I think is probably very true. But back to the beauty of how all of this works. Welcome, Codecademy. Ready to start coding. Codecademy is all about learning by doing and by coding. Okay, all the same stuff we had read before. Power stuff. Instructional panel. Center panel contains a code file, b-d-d-d-d-d, index.js, which is running in your browser. Move your mouse cursor over the letters in the browser panel to animate them. Click Next when you're ready to dive in. Community forums, report a bug. Let's do this. Next. Nexted. Write some code. Enter your name. Oh my god, that's so cool. Look at that. Look at that. Deep, 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 down, 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 down. Attack of the dots. Alright. The code in the editor panel is written in a programming language known as JavaScript, but that detail isn't too important right now. Time to start writing your own code. When you run the code in the exercise, yes, do something. Change the code correctly. If something's not right, super terrifying error message. But everything is good, and we move on. So, I assume we will be looking for our green checkboxes or some kind of positive change in the instructional panel when we do whatever they're asking us to do. Change the text between the single quotation marks, bippity-boppity-bam, and then click Run. Enter your name here. Shocking. Bam. Run it. Womp 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 womp. Yes. Fantastic. Next. I didn't even see what was the... Okay, yeah. Okay. Green box, white check mark. We're going to call it a green check mark because crazy person's choice, right? Changing variables. Okay, you can use variables to change things. Of course we can. Message equals change message. This line creates a message, changing variables. See, I'm not sure how much I should be reading into the instructional stuff for anyone who may stumble in here. I figured after 370 days, anyone who might be returning or stumbling in at this point probably knows about as much as I do, and considering how straightforward these lessons are, I don't think I need to worry too much about the word-for-word breakdown. I think we can kind of just jump to the instructions and hack away at the tasks that they are asking. So, if we are changing the message, I think we should do exactly that. Between the quotes, dun 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 dun. Wait. there's a phonetic thing that people complain about, me being one of them, where phonetically, when you do the multiple letters to extend it, there's this thing where people extend the wrong one. And I think I extended the wrong I think I need more U's in the dum. Right? Dum 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 dum. There we go. Combination of U's and M's. Yeah, good, good. Because that's gonna help us learn to code. Right? Oh my god, it worked. I can control the internet. Probably not. Let's... baby steps. Baby steps. We'll get there. Probably not exactly there, but, you know, within the neighborhood, we'll be able to do this. Alright, changing colors. Time to make animation more interesting. Draw name has 2 items between parentheses, message, and red. The draw name is a set of repeatable code that we've defined elsewhere called a function. Yes, functions are a friend. Already did this. Okay, instructions. Change 2 variables from red to one of the other variable color names defined in the code editor. Stuck, get a hint. Good, good, good. Message, purple, something or other. Draw name, message, Ah, yes. I recall now. This is a variable. If we set it to orange, we can change this to orange. Orange. And run it. It's different. Oh my god, there's that tingling sensation in your brain when you remember something. I can feel it churning. Let's do purple, because we can. Purple. Can we just hit enter? Nope, just kidding. That was a test. That was a lie. That was a lie. I'm forgetful. I'm forgetful. Alright, that worked. And more importantly, if we change purple to blue... Damn! I hit enter. Sorry, rookie move. Rookie move. Date 370 rookie move, but whatever. Good, good, good. Now, back to the important thing. So we had that. We're going to change purple to Thanos. Because science. Watch this. Yeah, and run. Beautiful. That's right. Bow to my will, computer. Now, what was I supposed to do? Change the second variable from red. Oh, okay, we were jumping ahead. We did what they wanted us to do. But, yeah, good. Instructions are important. Kinda. And we're moving on. We are moving on. Multiple colors. The text is now displayed in multiple colors. There's a new variable named letter colors with a list of color variables inside brackets. Oh, crap. Brackets and braces versus parentheses. I know, brackets and braces shouldn't be a big deal, but I just remembered that I struggled with them for a while. And I feel like as I shake off the rust, I'm gonna be struggling with them in the immediate future. So, that's just... these are all too painful memories. Continuing on, something about something. Don't mind me checking stuff. On the phone. Deep, 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 deep. Deep, 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 deep. Deep, 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 deep. Okay, Okay, good, good, good. Back into action. Alright. We were looking at something. I can't remember what it was. Shiny colors, multiple colors. We're just going to jump straight down here. Each color is represented by 3 numbers between the brackets. Try changing the numbers, or running your code, and observing the results. You can always reset your code if you don't like the results. So, the 3 we have are red. Oh, no, 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 no. Wrong. Bad. Each color represented... Oh, by 3 numbers between the things. Here, we can change those. Try changing the numbers here. We're keeping the red, orange, green, blue. Red, orange, green, blue, whatnot, and then it repeats, blah, 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 blah. We're changing the RGB values. So, let's do 80 and 120, 42, and 117, 117, 40 down there, 39, 80, these are tough choices, 15, 173, 67, 99, and I'm pretty sure these aren't going to be red, orange, green, blue, or purple going forward, but, you know, we were just told to change stuff, not really stick to a particular script. I think we can go all the way up to 255. It's 0 to 255, which is 256 individual values. We're going to go with 222 and 111. No, wrong. 222. Yeah, that's right. Seems weird, but here we're going to do 111. Yeah. Coding. Why? No. Something's wrong. It doesn't like what I did. Tastes like poor decision making. What occurred? Orange and green are the only visible colors. Why? Because I don't know. That's over 120, 40, 117, 40. I forget why the stuff. Hey, Mr. Demon Wolf, how you doing? What happened to the hair? Oh, yeah, we had to get rid of all the stuff. Plus, the lighting is substantially better. And, yeah, Windows 10. That's right, dude. Our machine. We got new stuff. It's only taken us a freaking year to get to this point. But, yeah. And also, that's way cool. You're here. We're so glad to have you in our company. 370 days plus a year's gap between. We're just shaking off the rust. We're using Codecademy to shake the rust off, but We're getting there. Right now, I'm trying to figure out why the coloring is off for everything I changed. The only ones that are showing up are orange and blue, which are technically this dark orange and dark red color now. I think it has to do with the variables that I had, or the inputs. If you need help installing Node.js, hey, cool. Alright. We're going to click on these links because science. We're going to copy that, actually. And paste. Bam. Look at this. Mr. Demon Wolf coming in with the helpful hints for Node.js. The second one will help you installing WSL. Copy the link. Another one. Paste. Number 2. Okay, 1 and 2. Beautiful, beautiful, awesome. Oh, that's gonna be good. I'm gonna be looking for that. It works. The second one will help you installing WSL. Windows subsystem for Linux is basically Bash on Windows 10. Duly noted. Good times. God, I hope I learn how to pull this stuff off. Not specifically Node. I mean, yes, Node.js is something. I never really made the leap from just JavaScript to Node.js. Yeah. It should have occurred right around that post-year mark after I was finishing up Topher's projects, but just life and everything else, clearly hard turn, as there's been like 0 streaming when there was streaming every single day. So 2018 kinda over with. So although there's about 6 minutes left to 2018 on the East Coast, we're on the West Coast. We've got 3 hours and 6 minutes to go, but I figured instead of starting on January 1st, why not make use of what little time we have left, and nothing like starting today to get back into a new skill, if that makes sense. Can you get back into a new skill? We're certainly going to try. What were we saying again? Windows subsystem for Linux is basically Bash on Windows 10. You'll have to reboot once you enable it, and you should 100% subscribe to my newsletter, as it will notice you when I post new blog, notify you when I post new blog posts. Duly noted for that as well. Damn, this is hella official, Mr. Demon Wolf. I mean, there's the home, and it's fantastic. It's all legit. Good times, man. Good times. It's WordPress. Feels amazing. Yeah, my WordPress is not as pretty. My WordPress is, it's there. It has its moments. Do we go to WordPress? We'll go through this and jam. Yeah, see, I mean, it's there, it works. It's not terrible, but it certainly could be better. I mean, there's little kitty in all her glory, napping her heart out, which is always great. And then the blog bit was the countdown following all the months over 2017 as we kept chipping away at it. So your website seems to have far more purpose to it. Ours was just kind of more of an exercise in futility, really. We'll close out of my nonsense. We'll get back to Codecademy. Alright, don't mind me. Alright. Blue Barn. What are we learning to code this time? Oh, wait, hold on, Mr. Demon Wolf. WordPress. Elegant Themes is my current theme I'm using. If you want to buy it, ever, we'll send you my reference link, which gives me 50% back. That's cool. So what we are learning, or attempting to learn, is shaking off the rust of a year's worth of not coding. So we coded every single day for 2017, and we did a pretty damn good job of not coding almost throughout all of 2018. So there's a lot of untapped knowledge, if you will, lingering there that needs some serious dusting off. So we're back at Codecademy, trying to reignite what knowledge we do have. Yeah, good times though. Alright, so with that said, we've moved on to 6 out of 7, changing the physics. So right now, when we move our mouse over this, it gets all shaky and awesome, but we can change that. Yeah, that's right. So, part of the power of coding is that small changes can create big impacts. Now that you've experimented with changing the color and text, it's time to experiment with the animation itself. Instructional stuff. 3 variables let you experiment with the animation physics: mouse response threshold, friction, and rotational force. Mouse response threshold affects how close the mouse pointer needs to be to affect the dots that make up the letters. The larger the number, the more powerful the effect of the mouse interaction. Experiment with changing the mouse response threshold to different numbers and running your code. Noted. So, mouse response threshold, this variable controls the smallest distance at which the mouse will move. It's currently at 50, and honestly, it's about a ½ inch away from the text where it starts to affect. Yeah. Now, if we change that to 10, we'll do 15. 15, run. We can get very close, but if we change it to 200 and run it, bam! Oh my god! Look at that! Yeah, give me some of that. Getting dotty up in here. Okay, contain yourself, Steven. Mr. Demon, what browser are you using? We are currently using Brave. It's been kinda awesome, not gonna lie. I've been enjoying it. And Brave also did a new update where they basically, I think they moved like their base, I don't know, platform. As much coding stuff as I've learned, there's still so much that I need to better understand, especially regarding like specific software formats, if that's a thing. But anyways, they moved to Chromium, basically Chrome's platform. So it's almost identical to Google Chrome. They did have their own browser platform format before, but they moved to the Chromium stuff. And yeah, so now it's all the awesomeness that Brave was for like ad blocking and privacy type stuff, and really the convenience, because I really did like Chrome, which is what I used on my Mac Mini. I still have it on my Mac Mini, but yeah, now it's just this awesome sandwich of what Brave was, or what Brave is, and what Chrome was, and it's good times. So I highly recommend Brave to anyone out there. That was one of the things we did during 2018, was the 30-day security challenge. So we went through and kind of learned about different tech best practices for browser security and like network settings or router settings and whatnot, all that noise. So this was one of the browsers that was kind of recommended that we stumbled across in going through that, and it's been really good. So yeah, good times. Mr. Demon Wolf, what browser are you using? One thing ad blockers can't block Twitch ads. Yeah, with the new, what is it? The new like Sure Stream ads. I saw whatever clip that was where they were going over. They're going to be directly pumping the ads through the streams now instead of the overlays. Blue Barn, is the dev tools for web design just as good as Chrome? I haven't had a chance to really delve into the dev tools yet, but considering it's using that, God, what is it? Chromium? I don't even know how to spell it. Chrome platform. Yeah, right? Was it Chromium? Yeah, Chromium. So this is what Brave has like moved to. So it seems very much, when I go through the settings on it, it looks almost identical to Chrome. So with that said, I do think the dev tools will be nearly identical when I have more time to dive into it. So yes, I'm going to go with most likely, and it seems like from Mr. Demon Wolf's comment of Chromium is Chrome, I'm going to go with hell yeah. Oh dear God. I just, don't mind me, exited out of Chrome because science? Oh, and it remembered everything. Thank God. How cool is that? Crisis averted. I broke the internet for a moment. That was a little terrifying. Let me go back. Hold on. Brace yourselves, children. And we're back, right? Hopefully. Right? Science? Maybe? Oh, I need to go to the home page. I know what's up. It's 'cause in my OBS stuff I've got... Wait, raise your hand if you see Chrome. Or not Chrome. Codecademy. There it is. Clickety-clack. Boom! There we go. There it is. Crisis averted. What are we looking at? Comments and whatnot. You broke everything. One thing that triggered people is Twitch pushing Ninja's new Year's stream on other stream. Yeah. Like Twitch likes to screw your stream and watch this guy. Well, it's probably gonna get worse. I don't know if there's a silver lining to that. I'd like to think that I try to think positively, but I think the ad stuff is probably only going to get worse regarding all of that, regardless of what's going on. Speaking of what's going on, let's get back into action. Okay. We're here on 6 out of 7. Yeah, 230,000 viewers, almost 300. Well, it's a lot of nothing says Fortnite like 250,000 people watching you. The dude knows how to get those views, you know? It's astonishing. Speaking of astonishing, is our ability to get sidetracked. Holy hell. There are only 6 to 7 steps in this wildly easy intro thing. This was just, plus this intro activity was really just to get the wheels turning, to get back into coding streams, and we are just dragging it out. It's brutal. So we did the first one. We changed the value of 50 down to 15, then to 200. So 200 is, our mouse is now, I'd say, about 2 inches away, and it starts to bring activity in. 1 more hour till the New Year's for you, Mr. Demon Wolf. That's awesome. Gonna take a shot of vodka. We've got 3 more hours to go. Isn't that right, little kitty? Yeah, she's napping. She's napping. But okay, an hour to go. Good times. You're in the future. This is why you know so much. At least more than me. That's what we're gonna chalk it up to. You're ahead of the curve, Mr. Demon Wolf. Right. So, 2. We're getting there. 3 instructional to do things on our instructional Codecademy to-do list. Number 2. Try experimenting with the friction value. You probably want to keep friction between 0 and 1. Well, it's at 0.85 now. Okay, this is 0.85. You feeling that? You looking at that? Yeah, getting real weird. So if we drop it from 0.85 down to 0.15 and run it, we get, oh, look at that. Slow motion. This is like post-snap in Infinity Wars. It's all very slow and fadey away like. Yes, good, good. I kind of like it. We're going to set it to 0.33, so it's not as glacial. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. It's got a bit more life to it. Wow, and it keeps going. Look at that. Holy hell. Okay, so what's number 3? 3... Finally try experimenting with the rotation force value. This variable represents how much each animation dot will try to rotate when interacting with the mouse. Try keeping this value small, maybe around 0.01. They've got it on 0.0. Do you have a drink, Mr. Demon Wolf? Do we have a drink of choice for the New Year's? I can't say that we really do. We were just coming out of a few days of being quite sick, so I've been mainlining tea and soup for the last couple days. I will probably celebrate with midnight top ramen, because nothing says bringing in the new year like ramen at midnight. So if that counts, that's kind of a drink. We've got sriracha top ramen. Yeah. It's freaking awesome. It's so good. I love it. Not a lot of places carry sriracha top ramen, but it's delightful. So, speaking of delightful and awesome, we've got our rotational force of 0.0. They're saying don't make it much more than 0.1, so let's put it to the limit and run it. Oh, it turns. So it was at 0. What if we do 0.3? Huh? Yeah, try that on for size. Yes, beautiful. This is everything I've ever wanted. This is why we're learning to code. We can change the physics. I could easily spend the next 3 hours just slowly dragging my mouse back and forth over this name and watching it. But we're not going to do that. We're gonna go on and click next now that we've come to terms with all of our variables and values and our friendly functions and all that good stuff. We're slowly, marginally etching away at the rust. Hey, we got an achievement thingy for trying, which is all that matters, is that we attempted it. We're here, and we're making progress. Onward. Beautiful. We'll do a better job of highlighting that. Onward. Congratulations. You're ready to take on your next Codecademy lesson. Congrats. Up next, what do we have up next? Course recommendation. Welcome BDX Inc. Wondering what course to take? We can help. Just answer a few quick questions. We're thrilled you're here. What are you hoping to do? Level up my career? Work on a project? Learn for school? Play around and have some fun? It's not really for school. I'm using Codecademy as my classroom, if that counts. I'm interested in working on projects. The foundation of all this is to just play around and have some fun, but ideally, the biggest goal, I think, would be to kind of level up and change career and become more of a developer. So if there was a way to select all of them, damn, we did career. What do you want to learn? Web development, data science, programming? I'm not sure where to start. I kind of like the idea of just programming in general. We already spent the majority of 2017 doing a lot of web development type things. We were focused very much on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, kind of as that triforce of things working together. Data science, I think if I had to choose more of a specific field to end up in, I think I'd like to get to the data science realm at some point, but I'd really like to have just a general understanding of programming, but I don't know if I'd be best off clicking I'm not sure where to start. So we're going to go with that. Dum 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 dum. So they're recommending, great. I'd recommend you take the Code Foundations path. Interested in learning how to code but unsure where to start? This is the path for you. Computer science history, career exploration, and applications. That does sound rather helpful. But what if we click on programming? Alright, do you already have any programming experience? I'm new to coding. I've played around with coding but can't do much. I know one or more programming languages. Yet again, all three of these outcomes apply to me. It would be great if I could choose more than one. Let's go with I've played around with coding, but I can't do much, because that seems like something I could probably have tattooed on my lower back. So, yet again, it's a sign. Code Foundations is where we should end up. View a course instead. Do we embark on the Code Foundations path? Because this is the new kind of format / launch point of Codecademy. Versus before, it was very much a la carte. You look at the course catalog and you just dive off on a whim. A leap of faith that you've chosen the right course for your interest. I think we should actually stick with their Code Foundations path. So let's do this. Code Foundations. Join Codecademy Pro. Why Code Foundations? Interested in learning how to code but unsure where to start? The Code Foundations path provides an overview of the main applications: programming, computer science, web development, and data science. After completing this path, you'll understand the key terms related to these fields, and you'll be ready to chart your course to a more technical career. Damn, so it's a paid-for option. Follow a structured curriculum. Code Foundation Introduction, Computer Science. This track will explore blah blah blah. Web development, interested in web development. We've already done a lot of that in 2017. And data science is on the to-do list. We've dabbled with lightly throughout our brief exploration into all of this. Level up your computer science skills with Pro. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, 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 tap. Good, good, good. Let's click back over here. Codecademy. Work towards your New Year's resolution. Let's make it happen in just 1 month. 20% off. Ends January 3rd. What does that mean? 20% off of what? 20% off of $20? 20% off of $200? I know 20% is 20%, but more of the total. Cost-wise, what am I looking at? Analyze 19 days. This would also be anyone's first day at the new Codecademy platform. Learn machine learning in 20 days. Oh, if we're wanting to do a specific thing, develop a video game. Look at this. That's right, they added C++. Finally, to Codecademy. This is what we were waiting for a ridiculously long time. And an intro to Unreal? Hot damn, ladies and gentlemen. This is... well, ladies and gentlemen and robots, whatever you prefer. That's somewhat interesting. Well, we have something to think about between the beginning of the new year, January 1st, in 3 hours, and the end of January 3rd. Huh. What do you know? Was not expecting that. An intro to Unreal. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of free things on YouTube, but where's the fun in that? Alright. I think we've made as big of a dent as we can for today. We're going to go ahead and land this bird back out of this noise. We've got a 1-day streak, and we're up to 275 badges. Yep. We did it. Welcome to Codecademy. Completed 7 minutes ago. These are facts. These are facts. Don't let anyone tell you that a confused dog can't learn new tricks. Or relearn the same tricks that it already knew before, but a second time. I don't think that helps anybody. Probably not me. Alright, well, I'm going to count this as a win for day 370. I have no idea when day 371 will be. I'm hopeful it's tomorrow. And frankly, since all options are paid for going forward, I'm probably just going to try and chip away at whatever free programs they have. Oh, wait a second. Learn C... We just did Welcome to Codecademy, but now Learn C++ is here. Where is everything else? You all saw it in the beginning. I know you did. I'm not crazy. Well, I am crazy. But remember in the beginning? We were here. And there were like 30 plus courses. And now there's not 30 plus courses. We're going to go ahead and leave this mystery and blame it on little kitty chewing on something. No, she's still napping. Damn it, cat, how long have you been napping? I don't know how long this stream has been, but she's been napping this entire stream. Alright. That's it. Day 370 ends in confusion, which is very reminiscent of all our other streams from 2017. We look forward to tomorrow and the new year. Happy New Year to anyone watching. Thank you again to any and all viewers who may have stopped by. Mr. Demon Wolf, always a pleasure to have you in our company. Blue Barn, thank you for hanging out with us. And to anyone lurking there in silence, we appreciate the views. This is a very much so lurk-friendly stream. And hopefully we are able to learn something and maybe even become a developer within the 2019 year time frame. Dream big, folks. Until later, we are ending the stream. Good night and Happy New Year. Kill it!